Hello everyone, welcome to SAP Technomaniac. In this video, we will try to access the service which we have created on-premise system in the BAS using the SAP Cloud Connector. For that, we have to connect our SAP BTP trial account to our on-premise system. For that, we will be needing the Cloud Connector installation. That also I will show you how we can install the Cloud Connector and how we can access all the services available on our on-premise system at the BAS Business Application Studio seamlessly. So let's get started. In my last video, we have created the service definition and service binding on top of our consumption CDS view, and we previewed our application using the Eclipse additive. But the problem with this application, we didn't create it yet any metadata extension file, but still we can see some output using when we select some these columns, and we can see the output. But problem with this particular current output is that it will display this output in the responsive table. The responsive table does not look like our ALV list report, because ALV list report is different and responsive table look different. In the ALV list report, we have all the columns heading, then the data we will be having one by one in below. But here you can see we don't have all the columns in the one line. Some of the column displayed here, then data, then remaining columns display like pair, column heading, then data, column heading, and then data. This is the responsive format, and one line is consuming more space. For one line, we should have only one line in the ALV. This is one of the things. And another thing, responsive table have always object page, and which we can navigate to the object page. These all the things I don't want in my current application. I want to display like the ALV, but in the responsive table it is not possible. Now I have to convert this responsive table to the grid table. That I can't do from the backend using the annotation or using the preview from the Eclipse. For that, I need to create one BAS application, Business Application Studio application. And BAS is only available on SAP BTP account. Either it can be on trial account or your company account. So what we will do today, I have my backend system. I will connect this my backend system with SAP BTP trial account, and I will try to access the service from BTP trial account, or we can say BAS Business Application Studio, and we'll see how we can access this particular data from our BAS. To connect our SAP BTP trial account with our SAP on-premise system, we need two things. First thing, SAP Cloud Connector, which should be installed either in your local machine or your company's virtual machine, where it will run 24/7 hours. So in my case, I will install this SAP Cloud Connector in my local machine. Then we have to create the destination in SAP BTP trial account, and through the destination we can access our application which we have created on SAP on-premise on the Business Application Studio. The first step, we will try to install SCC, SAP Cloud Connector. Before installing the SAP Cloud Connector, you have to make sure you should have Java installed in your system. So for that, you can go to your C folder, you can go to the program files, and there should be one Java folder. The second step, if it is not there, then you can go to the Java download. You can search on the web and you can download the Java from the browser. Once you install the Java, you will be able to see this particular Java folder. The next step will be you have to go to I will show you all the things in system as well, but I want to show you the steps first. So next step, you have to install the JVM. The JVM you will find HANA on-demand tool website. You have to go to the cloud tab and you have to install SAP JVM and select this one, and it will be downloaded in the zip folder. The first step first step, what you have to do, once it is downloaded in the zip format, you have to unzip it. So I have installed the Java. You can see JRE file is there. I have installed the Java. I have installed this SAP JVM, which is zip format. First step I have performed. I have unzipped it and I have opened it. Once you open this one, you have to select this SAP JVM folder. You have to copy it and you have to paste this particular SAP JVM folder in your Java folder. These are the prerequisite before doing anything. This particular SAP JVM, which you have downloaded from SAP Cloud or SAP On Demand website, it should be available here. Then only your SAP Cloud Connector installation will work. The next step, then you have to download SAP Cloud Connector again from the same website. The Cloud Connector is there. You can install the portable format and you can install the MSI file as well as per your requirement. I downloaded the MSI file and I kept in my folder. So let me show you this all the step in the system. So you can see I have downloaded the JRE and I have installed the JRE. It is the same thing how you normally install any software in Windows. You have to double click, you have to follow next, and it will be installed. And once it is installed, you can go to the C folder and you can see in the program files the Java, this particular SAP JVM. This will be there, Java folder will be there, but this will be not there, sorry. SAP JVM will be not there, but this Java folder you will be able to see once you install the Java. Then let me go again my download folder and you can see once I have installed the Java, then I have to install this SAP JVM. That I have to install from the Java. Where you have to install, you have to just search Java install and you have to click on that and you can click on download Java for Windows and you come to here and you can download the Java and install in system. Second thing, you have to install the JVM. So for that, HANA on demand tool website you have to open. Once you open this HANA on demand website, you have to go to the cloud tab. In the cloud tab, you have to search for the JVM, or you can come little bit down. Then you can see SAP JVM and you have to install this particular SAP JVM file, zip file. Once you zip, you have to unzip this file. You have to copy this. You have to go inside. You have to copy this SAP JVM _8 folder. Then you have to again go to your C folder. Go to the Java folder. And you can, inside the Java folder, you can paste this SAP JVM _8 folder. Once it is done, the next step, what you have to do, you have to install the SCC Cloud Connector that is available little bit above. I can see Cloud Connector. You can install the, if you want to install portable file, zip, then you can unzip and install, and better to install the MSI file directly. If you don't want to install in other system, or if you don't want to download somewhere else and come to the system, directly go and install MSI file. I have installed already MSI files. Let me go to the downloads. Once you install this SAP SCC MSI file, you have to double click on this and you have to install this particular Java SAP Cloud Connector. So I was having already installed. For showing purpose, I have uninstalled this one. Let me show you again. It's simple only. You have to click on next button. It will select where you have to install. By default, whatever the part it is selecting, let it select the installation folder. The next step, what is the port? You have to make sure what is the port. You have to remember 8443. This is the port. It will be useful in further steps. So go to next. Make sure when it asks for the JDK directory, you have to select the appropriate JDK directory, as I told you. So you have to go to the browse, you have to go Windows file, then you have to go to the Java, then you have to select this folder. This is the JDK directory where you have to install your SAP SCC. not install, you have to provide the appropriate JDK directory where you want to put your files. You can click on the OK button, go to next button, click on next button, and it will install. It will ask for the permissions. Let me give yes. You should have admin access to install any software in your system. So once it is installed, we can access SAP SEC using the local host and that particular port 8443, which we have seen in my previous step. So let me go to my browser. Once it get installed, click on close button and go to browser, and you can search localhost 8443. When you get this error, you have to go to the advanced and proceed to the localhost unzip. It will ask first time user ID and password. That is again available in this SAP on demand tool. So where somewhere you can see here, but I remember you can give the username is the administrator and password is the manage, and click on login. Once you click on login, it will ask you to reset your password. You can give the new password. It's taking time. First time it will ask, this is the default password when you install the SEC. The password is the administrator in capital, and the username is the administrator and password is the manage. Manage is all small letter, MANAZE. And new password based on your requirement you can give. So next time whenever you log in, you should remember this password mandatorily, otherwise it will not allow you to log in, and you can click on save button. So first time whenever you do this activity, then only it will ask. Next time and onwards, you will be having the installed cloud connector, and you can access this cloud connector using the local host. So I can give, if you want to install primarily installation, click on save button. After coming to this screen, we have to add our sub account. To add some account, first we should have BTP trial account. And to get the BTP trial account, if you don't know how to get the BTP trial account, you can go to the YouTube, you can search for SAP Technomaniac, and you can come to my channel, and we have one playlist called SAP ABAP playlist. So let me go to my playlist section. The playlist name is ABAP RESTful Application Programming Model RAP, and in this we have the 5th video where I have explained this all the things. It's taking time. I think 5th video is this one. 1 2 3 4 5th one, prepared development environment. You can watch out this video to see how we can install our BTP trial account, how we can get the BTP trial account freely. Once you get this BTP trial account, your screen will look like this, and you can go to the trial account. Inside your trial account, you have to go to the sub account to get the sub account detail, which we will be needing as part of this video. So you can see this trial account created on the region Singapore, and I can see the region from here, AP21, and I can click on add account. Once you click on add account, if you have some host and port to access your internet, then you can give that is manual part. Then you can click next button. You want to add your sub account manually or using some configuration. I want to add manually. You can click on next button. Reason I told you, in our case EU21, I think so. Let me see again my trial account. The reason is the AP21 Singapore. So let me go to my trial account and come back here and search for AP21. Let me do F4 AP21, that should be Singapore Azo. And sub account ID again you can get from here. You can copy, Control C, and go to cloud connector, paste your sub account ID. You can give some name, Ram SAP Technomaniac. Email ID which you use for login in the system. Password, you can give your trial account password. Then click on finish button. It will add your sub account in your SCC, SAP Cloud Connector. Once it get added here, you can come to your trial account also, and you can see this account is got added in your Cloud Connector. If you open this Cloud Connector, you can see this account here as well. Not only there, you can see here. If you would have come before, you will be not able to see, but now you can see here. Let me go to my Cloud Connector again. Once you have added your sub account, since I want to access OData service which I have created on premise system to the cloud from using the BAS, so I have to connect my cloud to on premise, and I have to give the access control. Click on plus button. You can use SAP system as well. I'm using SAP gateway since I want to access the OData service, and click on next button. The protocol is HTTP, let it fine. And host and port number. Host you will get, I hope you already know, you can come to the SAP system log on page and you can go to edit and properties, and you can get the host application server you can use as a host name here. Let me come here, give the host name and port number. You have to open your SAP system, go to T code called SMICM and click on enter and give to the services. Go to the services and you can see the port is 8080 for HTTP. So same port I will use here, 8080. You have to remember this detail as well again and click on next button. Allow principal propagation, use by default whatever it is given. Principal type Kerberos, whatever the default, you select that one. Use virtual host, and you can give system ID. I can give system ID as a RAM. Click on next button. Description if you want to give for your system ID, RAM SAP Technomaniac. And click on next button and click on finish. As soon as you add your service here, access control, you can ping your service and check how it is working. Click on check availability. So you can see it is saying reachable. Means you are all good from your side. Once you do, you have to make sure what part of what path you want to access. So you can give the additional detail. So the path always give SAP OPU. If you go to SICF node in your system, the default host SAP, where we can see our all the OData service. So that you have to check OPU. But in our case, since we have OData 4, if you want to access only the V2 service, then you can give SAP OPU OData. But in my case, I want to access SAP OPU OData V4 as well. So you should not give SAP OPU OData. So you have to give SAP OPU only. So SAP and OPU. I hope so this path is correct. So you have to make sure you have to not only select the path only, you have to select the path and all subpath as well. Once you select this one and you have to save, then you should be able to access only this path, what all are the application is available, that only you can see. We have configured the cloud connector. Now we have to configure the destination. Destination we can configure two way. One, we can create destination from here itself. Another way, we can go to our BAS application, which I already have. Let me open my BAS application, Business Application Studio. I already subscribed. Let me open it up. It's asking for login again because I'm doing first time. Oh, yeah, click on OK. I have to create my dev space. I didn't create it yet. I can give dev space name as Ram. I want to develop the SAP Fiori application, create dev space, and it will create the dev space. Let me pause my video, let it create. So it successfully created the dev space. Let me click on my dev space, click on OK. It will open it up and we will create our first project in SAP Business Application Studio using the template, where we will try to access our service from on-premise system. So let me click on OK button. Let me go to the here. One option is there, Service Center. We have to click on Service Center, and I want to access the SAP system. Obviously, I want to access the SAP system, and I can click on Aid System. So as of now, you can see there is no destination here. If you come to destinations here, there is no destination in our BTP trial account. I can create from here, but I want to create directly from here. Let me give the system name. So system name I can give Ram. System description Ram, SAP Technomaniac. URL. The URL is the important thing. Here you have to give your service and your port number. Let me prepare my URL and then give. To give URL, you can go to your cloud connector. I have to log in again. Not an issue. I have to, this time I have to use a new name, a new user ID and password, which I have changed. That I have to use. Once I will log in, I can see that what is the our administrator. Let me try again. I have given wrong username. Once it comes to here, I have to change the password, not the managed one. And I can see in my cloud to on-premise, I can see here virtual host and port name. I can copy this one, and then I have to go to here and I have to write https // and that port and server and port number, and select the service type. I will use the ABAP service catalog. I have to give that SAP client. SAP client is 200 in my case. You have to give your client name, and this is on-premise system. Basic authentication I have to give, and I have to give my user ID and password. Obviously my password I have to give here. Your SAP system user ID and password. Select the product. This is SAP S/4HANA, and click on finish button. I think so. Add this one. As soon as this destination here, you can see destination. I can select the RAM. I can find out all the services here. And if you go to the your BTP trial account and refresh this page, you can see there also all the destination is automatically created. Let me see here as well and there as well. There is some issue. Yeah, I can see the services. Now I want to see this service which I have created is available or not. Control C, Control V, and click on enter. I have to use service name, not the service binding name. So in my case, I think GUI underscore, what is the service name? Process order detail. Let me click and open this one and copy this name. Control C, UI RAM process order, and go there. Okay, it's not there. Okay, let me write it down again. GUI underscore RAM. Yeah, you can see RAM process order is there. So like that, we can access all the services from my backend, which is available on the on-premise system in the BAS, and we have connected successfully our trial account to the BAS. In my next video, what we will do, we will create the new application here, the Fiori element application, where we will be able to see, instead of responsive list report page, a responsive table, I will try to create the grid table and show you guys. Before going to that video, please like this video, share these videos with others as well. With that, thank you and happy learning.